Yo, what's up, guys? I want to tell you exactly what I would do. This would be the game plan if I wanted to get from fat to freaking shredded fit in the next year. This is exactly what I would do. So there's really two routes you can go when I think about it. One of the routes that I've already done before is like counting calories, doing the subtraction, doing all the calculation, which is all fun and all, and it actually works really well. If you're a very meticulous, disciplined person, that could certainly work for you. So let's go ahead and go that route first. What you would do is you would start tracking your calories on an app. I used MyFitnessPal back in the day. Now they make you pay for the little scanning thing, which like kind of sucks, but whatever. I think there's some other alternatives that you could also use for free. But anyway, all my clients have a calorie counting integrated into my app. So that's what I would do is I would just count the calories, find out what's your maintenance. So you would eat the same amount of calories for a week, see what happens to your body weight. And obviously, depending on what happens, you're going to find out what your maintenance calories are. If your maintenance calories, let's say they're 2,000, all you'd have to do, let's just subtract 300 to 500 from that to start losing about a pound per week, 1 to 2 pounds per week. And if I was fat, I would do that, stick to it, measure my weight weekly. I wouldn't do it daily because your weight fluctuates daily and you're going to get pissed at yourself and wonder what's going on if like weird stuff happens and you drank a little bit more water the night before or something like that. So I'd weigh myself weekly, track my calories and see what happens. Freak, what's going on? So you get the gist of that kind of. It's like the calorie tracking way to do it. You track your calories. I'd aim to get about a gram per pound of protein. So if I was 200 pounds, I would try to eat 200 grams of protein per day. If I was trying to get down to about 180 pounds, I would still overeat on protein, but you could eat whatever your goal weight is. So if you're 200 pounds, you want to be 180, you could eat 180 grams of protein and you'd be totally fine. And that goes in the reverse too. So if you were 130 pounds, like a skinnier guy, and you wanted to get to 150, 160 pounds, I would definitely eat 150 grams of protein as opposed to eating 130, if that makes sense. So whatever your goal weight is, eat that in protein, and then fill in the rest of your calories with fats or carbs. Now, the second way to go about doing this is the simple way, and it's kind of what I do now. I tracked calories for a while, but this is what I do now. I essentially eat meat, fruit, and clean carbohydrates and fats, obviously. So my diet consists of beef. Preferably, if we can, we get the best quality beef possible. I don't get this often, but usually I just go to Costco. I'm picking up ribeyes, ground beef, chickens, sirloins, but it definitely prioritize the red meat. This is what a lot of people get wrong, and for some reason, I don't know why, but like the world is trying to go like vegan right now, and it's just not the way to go. If you really want to get great nutrients, bang for your buck. There's a reason why humans have been eating animals forever, and it's because it's good for you. And obviously, it's not cool what they do to these animals and the crazy freaking farms or whatever, but like if you want to get jacked, the easiest way is to eat an animal-based diet. And that is, I like to eat a lot of sweet potato, white rice. It's easily digestible. Usually I try to time that around my workouts. And I would also do as much beef as I can. I'd eat as much protein as I could. And if I really stuck to those clean foods, you will get in great shape over time. And it's simpler, it's easier on your mind. You don't have to be thinking about it all the freaking time. You just make sure you have the right groceries and you just go from there. Now, the food is super important, obviously, but equally as important is to make sure you're training. Weightlifting is so important, and it makes dieting and everything so much easier because the more muscle you have on your frame, the higher your metabolism is gonna be. Muscle is the only thing that's gonna raise your metabolism. Muscle is the only thing that's gonna raise your metabolism other than actually moving. So that's great because if you have more muscle, you burn more fat while you sleep. So make sure that you're doing key movements. I like to focus on incline bench, chin-ups, overhead presses, squats. I do ATG split squats, which are great for your ankles, your shins, your knees. I was able to recover from ACL, MCL, meniscus surgery doing these types of movements, coupled with a healthy diet. Very quickly, I was also able to heal from a broken leg very quickly and come back and play sports like the next year when I was in high school. Just because I followed these key principles, I had a good diet, and took care of myself. So you need to be taking care of yourself too. And this is how you should do it. Now, on top of picking the right exercises to do, which, like I mentioned before, the incline bench, the chin-ups, the overhead press, the squats, other leg movements, I would really focus on progressing those movements over time. So if you're a heavier fella, you're actually going to probably be able to bench more than most people because it's easier to bench and do these, specifically bench actually, it's easier to bench press and, hit bigger numbers when you have more thickness on your chest and back. So as you lose weight though, the goal is to actually still gain strength because you don't want to be losing weight so quickly that your strength goes down. But if you're super fat, like honestly, if you're like a 300-pound guy and you're losing weight, you should be totally cool because you've got a lot of energy, excess energy on your body to lose. So you should still be able to gain strength on those movements, even when losing, 3 pounds, 4 pounds a week, stuff like that. Obviously, that's going to slow down over time as you get closer to a healthier body weight, but you'll definitely be able to gain a ton of strength, put on a bunch of muscle, and just reverse the way your body looks. All right, I got to get to bed. It's like super late, but thanks for watching this video. If you really want to change your life, just go follow me on Instagram at DanielDoesn'tLift. Who knows, maybe my username has changed by the time you've watched this video, but at the time of this video, it's DanielDoesn'tLift. DM me change, the word change, and we can chat about like what exactly I would recommend to get you in the best shape of your life. Thanks.